Hello everyone, how are you doing? I hope you're all doing well. Today we're doing a yes or no tarot pick a card reading. We have pile 1, pile 2 and pile 3. Not messing around today, boo, not messing around. So you can ask more than one question if you want to, or just one question, or whatever you feel like doing. You do you. If you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, please subscribe. Follow me on Instagram because I do daily readings and other stuff over there. So sorry, I look really confused then because my laptop was just crap in the bed. So back on track. So we have pile 1, pile 2 and pile 3. Get ready to ask your questions and just, you know, let's get in there. Let's not play. So pile number 1, yes or no? Can you see everything? Yeah, you can. Pile number 1, this is a yes. You're really being asked to take action now, because right now, whether you feel like it or not, there's a lot of abundant things that surround you. And with the 9 of Hearts here, which is like the wishing card, there's a lot of things around you at the moment, maybe that you're not really paying attention to, but you are surrounded by a lot of opportunity at the moment and the potential to be extremely happy. So pile number 1, this is a yes for you, but you are being urged to explore your options more, to ground your energy a lot as well. Maybe you've been a bit more like in your head and a bit more woo-woo at the moment, but the Queen of Diamonds is really asking you to bring your energy back in through your body and down into your feet and back into earth, and just kind of like, you know, find that balance where your roots are deeply rooted and your arms and your energy and stuff is expanding into the universe. You know, like how a tree's branches branch up into the sky, but the roots are deeply rooted, just like that. Just to find the balance so that you're stable no matter what happens, you know. If you've been wishing for something or trying to manifest something, I do see that this manifestation is going to come in pretty fast. It might knock you off your feet, like you didn't expect it to happen quite fast, and maybe you didn't expect it to happen the way that it did happen or is going to happen. But yeah, just yeah, many opportunities for pole number 1. Definitely get exploring, explore your options. Don't expect things to show up in a specific way or a specific order. You might have asked for tall, dark and handsome, you know, but what you need is short, blonde and I don't know what, you know, like what you want and what you need are 2 different things, and everything you need you already have and is surrounding you. And I think you might have your attention focused on something else that you can't quite see this yet, but it's there. Like it's all there, ready for you to acknowledge it and explore it and go with it. And if you know, we manifest 24/7, so conscious, like being conscious of what you're trying to manifest and why you're trying to manifest it. And I know recently I've been triggering people with my readings, but I don't know, man, I'm just like, would you like me to like pat you on your head and, you know, go, oh, there, or would you like me to say, listen, if you really want to manifest what you want to manifest, you have to put in the time and the effort and the work. Like, it's not just going to fall into your lap. That's not how you get rewarded. That's not how you manifest. To manifest something and to make it happen is to put in your time and your effort and your energy and your focus. That's the reality. So sorry, hashtag sorry not sorry, if you are one of the people that have been triggered by my readings recently, or if you're triggered by this reading. If you are trying to manifest something, it's it's good to have your visualization. It's good to daydream. It's good to, you know, think about it, feel it, imagine that it's happening. But if you're not making any conscious effort, like putting one foot in front of the other, any kind of movement, it doesn't matter how big or how small it is, but if you put time aside to put into what it is you're trying to manifest, you'll manifest it straight away. But the whole I don't chase, I receive, or whatever that is, that's not how manifestation works. Real manifestation, you have to put in the work. That doesn't equal chasing, it just means you're putting in the work, and that's how you manifest. So don't kill the messenger, pile number 1. But hey, that's a yes for you guys. Let me know if it resonates for you in the comment section below, and let's move on to pile number 2 and see what is happening for pile number 2. Pile number 2, I feel like this is a yes, but I feel like there's something that you need to overcome with like this 10 of Spades energy here. It's like for you to get to your happily ever after, you have to overcome this challenge, and this challenge is showing up as a mental one. And trust me, I know that those are the hardest, you know. A lot of people can deal with the physical stuff, but when it comes to like mental or emotional, that stuff is hard to overcome. And we can see that, you know, with this knight, this Jack of Spades energy, the Knight of Swords energy, like you have that energy to overcome it. You just have to believe in yourself, you know. I was watching, do you know what, fuck that, I was watching something the other day and it got me thinking, because I always say to myself, you know, believe in yourself, or I say to people, really believe in yourself. But to believe is to have doubt, right? And this guy was saying to believe is to have doubt, like no, like you know what you know. So when you know it, you don't need to believe it because you already know it. You know, like, does that make it made perfect sense to me in the moment. I'm probably not relaying it properly, but it just blew my mind, because for years, and lots of people say, you know, believe in yourself, and I'm probably still going to say believe in yourself, because I feel like that is a massive part of self-love and, you know, moving forward and stuff. But when he said, you know, like that whole to believe in something is to still have doubt, but to know something is to know it. Like there's no doubt in knowing. And he used like a really good way, which I'm not going to get into, but like to do with like his parents. Like, you know your parents, you know where you come from, you don't have to believe where you, like, you know, there's no doubt, you know, like you do you know what I'm trying to... Anyway, moving on. But whatever this mental battle is for you, it really is in the mind. And fuck, what is his name? There's this really, oh my god, if I can remember his name, I'll put it in my description box. But you probably already know him already. He's an older guy, and he has like whitish hair and like a white beard, and he talks about like reprogramming the mind and stuff. And I feel like it's time, you know, like to shut those old stories down, those stories where you feel like, you know, maybe you're not good enough, or you don't feel like you deserve to be happy, or you don't feel like you deserve to have your happily ever after, or maybe there's people around you that are constantly discouraging you, or there's just some kind of blockage, or like some kind of trigger that when it happens, like it puts up a wall between you and your happiness. Say for instance, like, let me use something that I know well, family, you know, like the closest people to you. All your closest, dearest loved ones have got to say is one thing, and it can trigger you, right? Because they know you that well. So when that trigger comes up, instead of coming to it with a reaction, or then kind of, you know, going, oh, do you know what, they don't care about me, no one cares about me, and falling into this spiral, which is so easy to fall in. So do you know what, that's not my story. That's not my story. This is my story now. Like, I'm strong enough, I've been through it, I see the patterns, I'm trying to break the patterns. So what do I do now? So what you do then in that situation is you acknowledge the situation. That's one. That's step one of breaking the cycle, is acknowledgement, acknowledging that this is your trigger. Then you have to ask, well, why does that trigger me? What is the trigger? Why is it triggering me? And then you know, I could be here all day talking about this kind of stuff, but you know, like going into that, all the whys and all the questions and stuff, until you hit that point. And you know, you're going to get to a point where you say, you know what, no, my story is the 10 of hearts, and I'm going to have the 10 of hearts, and I don't care what anyone says. You can try and trigger me and make me feel like I ain't good enough, and you know, trigger all my insecurities or whatever, but I deserve that. You know, people project a lot of their own upbringings, a lot of their own conditions onto other people, and you have to really detach from the fact that when someone says something to you, what they're really doing is saying it about themselves, but they're projecting it onto you. And you have to kind of have that detachment, which takes time to get comfortable with and master. But happiness for you, pole number 2, it's there. It's just, you've got to get over this. And I don't mean get over it as in like, oh, get over it. I mean as in like conquer it, you know, like when people climb a mountain, like getting to the top is the accomplishment, but the journey there is what's more important, you know. Is where you get the understanding and the appreciation. So it's not as easy as, oh yeah, just get over it. Getting over something requires getting through it, going through it, you know, like going into the pits of hell and coming out on the other side. So when I say get over it, I'm talking about like make your way up and over it to get, like, don't stop, don't let mountains, don't let anything stop you from your happiness, is what I'm trying to say, pole number 2. Okay, I feel like that was a long ramble, but hey, pole number 2, let me know if that resonates for you in the comment section below. Let's move on to pole number 3 and see what is happening for pole number 3. Pole number 3, I feel like there's a halt. So on, just based on it's like you know, like when you come up to a stop sign, that's what it feels like with this this 5 of, what's this, a clubs, right? Sorry, I keep thinking of wands because the club suit for me is wands. So this 5 of wands energy, which usually talks about some kind of conflict or ego battle, or you know, you're coming up against a lot of conflict, and so I feel like that just in and of itself kind of gets in your way of this this ace of diamonds here. Because the ace of diamonds is an abundant card. It's the card of opportunity. It's the card of literally something being handed to you, like, and then it's like, well, what do I do with this thing, right? But it's like, for you to get to this, there's hurdles, and these hurdles are not only ego. You're going to have a lot of people at the moment triggering your ego, but instead of like responding how you would want to respond, it's more about responding from awareness and knowing that, you know, my ego's a little bit loud at the moment, let me check myself. Because it would be so easy to get caught up in the 5 of wands energy, right? To get caught up in arguments and drama and, you know, let off some steam by arguments and all that kind of stuff. But that's not really going to get you to where you want to be. Like, that's not going to get you to the ace of pentacles faster. It's going to take longer, because by the time you're going to be tired, and then what you're going to do, you're going to need to take a rest. So it's like, yeah, conflict is there, the ego is going to get triggered, people will trigger your ego, you'll probably trigger yourself, but you know, observe. Instead of like jumping in, observe. Find it, what's that, I'm trying to think of that quote, work wiser, not harder, is it, or is it what, something like that, like work smarter, not harder. I think that's how it is. And then like this 7 of Hearts energy here, like sometimes I look at this card and I think like this has to be the daydreaming card, right? Like you sit there and you daydream, you've got all these options, you've got all these things, and you know, sometimes there's too many options and it causes even more conflict, because it's like, well, what do I want to choose? It's easy if you've got 1 or 2 because you've only got 2 things to choose from. But when you've got 7 things to choose from, which way do you go? What do you choose? So I feel like there's 2 messages here of like daydreaming and stuff, and maybe you have been daydreaming about, you know, creating this new it feels like a new world with this Ace of Pentacles energy. It feels like the start of something new, and you've been daydreaming about it, you've been planning it, you've been thinking about it, like your heart, it makes your heart, you know, excited and you feel good about it. But then there's always something. Do you know what song came to my mind? And I don't really know this song very well, but I just know this part. Always something there to remind me. I don't know who sings it, I don't know what the song's called, but that just came to my mind. It's like there's always someone or something there to remind you or get in your way or like stop this process from happening. And whether it's yourself or whether it's other people or circumstance or whatever, the seven of Hearts energy is like, yeah, daydreaming and stuff, but I feel like it's also saying like it's time to pick a cup. Yeah, it's time to pick something, and it's time to work on that one thing. There's so many things that you might want to have your fingers in, like have your fingers in all the pies, but when you're spread out so thinly, like it's hard to keep up in it. So I feel like the 7 of Hearts is trying to say to you, listen, excuse me, for now, just pick one cup, just pick one thing and let's go with it. It doesn't matter which one, because it's all going to lead you to your destination, because all the things you've been thinking about and daydreaming about excuse me, they're all things that you love and that you're passionate about. So it doesn't matter which one you pick, just pick one, because it's all going to lead into one thing at the end of it. It's all going to lead you to this Ace of Pentacles, and it's all going to bring you to this new start. So just pick something, and don't let this 5 of Wands energy get to you. And if your ego does act up, it's you know, sometimes you got to check it. You got to check yourself. You know, people don't like to take that kind of responsibility and stuff, but shit, if you really want this new start for yourself and you really want to like get shit rolling, then yeah, this 5 of Wands energy, you've got to check it. Checkmate. Check people. I mean, you don't have to be a dick, right? You don't have to be an arsehole to yourself or to others, but you know, you can say, listen, I'm not interested in the drama, mate. I've got other things I need to be focusing on, you know, like that. So boundaries, whatever you want to call it. So pile number 3, let me know if that resonates for you in the comment section below, and I hope to catch you all in my next video. I love you all. Bye.